competitors from around the world are coming together to build robots, complete challenges, and use their robotic skills to become the ultimate RoboCo champion. Welcome to the 2023 FIRST Global RoboCo Challenge. The FIRST Global RoboCo Challenge takes place in RoboCo, a video game developed by Filament Games in collaboration with FIRST Global. In the game, teams will build and control robots to conquer challenges inspired by real-world robotics applications. This year's challenge consists of 3 rounds: qualifiers, playoffs, and finals. In each round, teams are tasked with building robots that can complete as many objectives as possible before the time runs out. Teams will be scored based on the amount of objectives they are able to complete within the allotted time, as well as the cost-effectiveness of their robot. Awards for creativity, engineering, aesthetics, and efficiency will also be given out at the end of the entire challenge by our esteemed panel of judges. Today's broadcast of the qualifiers will cover the best attempts from 44 different international teams, with the top 24 teams advancing to the playoffs. In the qualifiers, teams will take their best shot at RoboCo's tippy-toe tidy-up level. Objectives include cleaning all of the dust in the bedroom, keeping the furniture in its place, not waking up the sleeping human, putting the 4 dirty socks into the laundry bin, cleaning the pair of shoes, providing breakfast in bed, fixing the crooked painting, and cleaning all of the dust in the break room.
Hello everyone, my name is Dan Richardson, a robotics engineer in the themed entertainment industry.
And I'm Melissa Smith, a user experience research manager at Google. We will be guiding you throughout the challenges as we dive into the world of virtual robotics. The components are the same, the physics are real, but the environment is virtual, which allows for quicker iterations and explorations, as well as numerous creative solutions, as we'll see over the course of today's broadcast.
Today we'll see creative robots designed by students from 44 teams around the world, across 6 continents. These robots will be completing 3 types of objectives: the main objectives, sub-objectives, and secret objectives, in each 2-minute and 30-second match. It's time to find out which of these teams rank in the top 24 and advance to the playoffs. All right, here we go with our first group, Team Belize and their robot Dust Terminator. We've got Venezuela and their robot Robo Ghost. Team Republic of Korea and their robot Bobe. And Team Afghanistan with their robot McDusty.
Ooh, so right out the gate, Team Republic of Korea, cleaning the dust around the furniture, moving it but not moving it out of the boxes, which is exactly what the task is required of them.
Yeah, we've got Venezuela with their first objective cleared. They've got a dual cleaning system, top roller system on the upper elevator and one on the floor as well, allowing them to be quick and efficient with cleaning the dust in this room.
There's a lot of dust in this room, actually.
Quite a bit of dust. RoboCo Factory is a dusty environment indeed.
Good thing we have these robots helping. Team Afghanistan actually has a robot with a long arm with a brush for cleaning high surfaces and a vacuum for cleaning the floor, which we're seeing in action right now.
And Belize has also completed one of their objectives, trying to run around the room and get another one secured by cleaning the shoes.
speaking of objectives, you can see Team Republic of Korea right now. They're cleaning around the bed, but one of the objectives is to not wake up the human who's sleeping. So you'll notice the robots being a little bit more careful around the bed to not wake the sleeping human.
Yeah, along those lines, I love Venezuela's backstory on their robot. It's created by evil scientists that were conducting experiments to scare people in the city and cause terror while they sleep. Terrifying backstory, but very efficient at cleaning the room.
Team Republic of Korea going for that objective now about cleaning the shoes. So, these robots are very multi-talented, can clean lots of different things, dust, shoes. Who else? What else can they clean?
Both Belize and Venezuela have moved on to the break room, trying to clean up all the dust for another objective. Coming up on 5 seconds left, Belize has actually completed a 6th objective, and they are hanging tight, both Belize and Venezuela, as they come into the finish.
And Team Republic of Korea, right before the buzzer, just finished that 3rd objective, and we're able to get 3 stars right at the end for cleaning without waking the human and without moving the furniture. So good job to them.
Some high total scores. Venezuela, with that efficiency boost, getting the highest score for our first round.
Next up, we have Team Vanuatu and their RoboCo robot. Team Kenya and JungoBot version 1.0. Team Portugal and GagoBot. And Team Indonesia and their robot Roba.
All right, here we go in robotics action. 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, and immediately out the gate, we have robot action, trying to clean up the dust from this room, complete the 8 objectives, land high scores for their team.
Ooh, Team Portugal is moving the furniture all around this desk. So they're cleaning, but it seems like they got caught up on this chair and moved it out of the box. So we'll see if that impacts their final score at all.
Team Kenya with their robot JungoBot, of course, means something large that can accommodate a lot of things. This name symbolizes how the team had a lot of ideas to create a low-cost robot with a universal mechanism to clean the dust and secure the objectives.
So Team Indonesia has a really interesting claw mechanism at the end of their arm on the robot that can go really high up and almost pinch the dust. So that's a really clever mechanism that we haven't seen so far.
It does look like we've got a couple objectives completed by a few of our teams here. Kenya securing a star and Portugal on the bottom as well.
And of course, Team Portugal's robot is themed with their country flag color. So that's a really interesting individualization element for Team Portugal and their robot, GagoBot.
I'm really enjoying the humanoid aesthetic of Vanuatu. They have the 2 arms going up and down, cleaning left side, right side, and the little head on the top. Oh, and a vacuum on the front, allowing them to clean up that dust quickly from underneath the dresser.
Team Portugal just earning another star for cleaning the shoes. That's, of course, a secret objective that they're able to achieve.
Holy cow, 20 seconds left. Kenya just secured 4 additional objectives, totaling 5 now. And now they're doing a little dance with that robot arm.
And Team Portugal, right at the buzzer, were able to finish cleaning all the dust and getting 3 stars for that task.
right at the buzzer, tying it up. 5 objectives secured with decent cost bonuses as well for each of those teams. So we've got some pretty high scores across the board, good scores across the board. Of course, those teams being added to our leaderboard highlighted in blue, with Team Portugal slotting in at 2nd place. Okay, moving on to Group 3, we've got Team Antigua and Barbuda, the quickest picker-upper. Team Czech Republic and their robot, BestBot. Team Ukraine and their robot, Gora. And Team Lebanon with their robot, Amiga.
So right off the bat, Team Ukraine with a really fascinating aesthetic to their robot. Gora is a clumsy but kind giraffe who's always happy to help others. Good job to Team Ukraine.
Yeah, Team Antigua and Barbuda, they have a very compact design. It's very interesting. The long telescopic arm to try to vacuum up the dust on top of the dresser and perhaps below the dresser as well.
Team Lebanon just earned a star for cleaning up the shoes. Meanwhile, Team Ukraine is going into the break room and going straight for that extra objective of cleaning it up. So interesting tactics for these teams on the board right now.
Czech Republic has quite the design here. One of the things that I've noticed about their robot is pretty interesting. They have a laser on the front that seems to allow them to help line up the direction of that vacuum. In some robotics competitions, we call those photon cannons. They give the drivers the ability to align the robot to the objective, clean the room, and it's a pretty efficient design.
So you'll notice on Team Lebanon's robot, which again is named Amiga, which means friend, has a really interesting double arm, like a dual-sided arm mechanism that they're wielding. So almost depending on where they're focusing, they can reach out in either direction, which is really unique so far. And just like that, they got a star for straightening the picture, which is another secret objective.
Antigua and Barbuda, their robot named the quickest picker-upper. And for years, they say, this little robot witnessed the terror that rained upon humanity at the hands of pesky dust and dirt. Small package. Those are the big things can come in small packages. It's a great little robot trying to secure the objectives for Team Antigua and Barbuda.
Team Ukraine is cleaning up this break room, but they are toppling all sorts of furniture. So I don't know. We'll see. They did get the star though. So, you know, objective achieved.
I guess one way to clean up dust is just to go ahead and knock everything over and just have it disperse into the floor and into the air, right? That is one way to clean.
Team Lebanon, right before the buzzer, achieving 3 stars for cleaning the room. Oh, and they knocked it with the furniture at the last minute. But, you know, they got the stars, so congrats to Team Lebanon. And good job to Ukraine with their cost bonus and efficient robot.
Pretty good score as well. 24,000. It's going to be towards the top of our leaderboard so far.
Next up, we have Team Slovenia and their robot Pingo. Team Ecuador and their robot Steam Up Roby. Team North Macedonia and their robot Macedonce. And Team Grenada and their robot Venom.
Here we go in robotic action. These 4 robots immediately moving, trying to complete the objectives, get this room clean for their human overlords in the factory built by RoboCo.
So Team Granada's, their robot Venom was because the creator despised cleaning. So he wanted to create a robot that would be able to clean while he slept. So let's see how Team Granada and the robot Venom does in this challenge.
Slovenia's robot is Pengo. Pengo is an adorable household helper with penguin antics and a charming waddle. I like the penguin aesthetic going on with this robot. The black and white really ties the whole image together.
Team North Macedonia's robot has a really interesting tall center pole. I wonder if that's for balance. I mean, I know it's also like the railing to move the arm up and down, but it's a really interesting design choice.
That is quite interesting. Slovenia has an articulating vacuum on the front. Seems to be able to go up and down as well as elevate. Oh, they're aligning the picture with it by crawling up the wall. What a fantastic maneuver. Securing that secret objective.
So Team Granada is, again, they are moving very carefully around the bed because the human's sleeping. They don't want to wake it up, and they just achieve the secret objective by putting the socks away. Oh, wow, lots of action. Team North Macedonia just achieved the 3 stars for cleaning without moving the furniture or waking the human, and so did Team Slovenia.
Yeah, I love this this maneuvering here. They actually knocked over the bin and just spit the socks out with their vacuum mechanism in and getting themselves lined up, just trying to get that last sock scored with only 5 seconds left, and they do, securing that final objective.
And just at the buzzer there, we saw Team Granada's arm actually able to go all the way back, all the way around. So that was something that was really interesting and, you know, a cool mechanism from their side. Look at these cost bonuses. Remember, these robots are trying to be efficiently built as well as high scoring. So good job to all the teams.
Yeah, 25,000 points, almost 26,000 points. Okay, moving on to our next group, we've got Cabo Verde and their robot Aspiradora Criolla. And then we've got Team Dominica with their robot CreepyBot. Team Nepal with their robot Vai Kancha. And Team Iraq with their robot Iraq 23.
So right off the bat, Team Nepal has probably the widest robot we've seen so far. They say that this is the youngest son, their robot Vai Kancha, the youngest son in a family that cleans every corner of a house. But, you know, very wide robot, really interesting design choice.
Cabo Verde has 2 vacuums on their robot, exchanging some of the efficiency score for those expensive robots for an efficiently acting robot. Very quick at cleaning up this dust all around the room.
Speaking of design choices, Team Iraq with their robot Iraq 23 has at least three vacuum cleaners. It's a very interesting design choice that they've made. They've already achieved 1 star though for cleaning the shoes, and you can see that they have multiple elevators as well as the cleaning mechanism. So we'll see how that impacts the efficiency score later.
Team Dominica and their robot CreepyBot. CreepyBot creeps around the room to collect dust particles and knocks over the lamp right at that moment. I love that it just sneaks up on the dust. It's ninja stealthiness.
So Team Nepal has an interesting vacuum choice that they are sucking up the shoes and then spitting them back out clean. So, you know, trying out different mechanisms for achieving the different tasks here.
Cabo Verde is trying to get themselves into the break room. They need to push these boxes out of the way so they can get into the door, going up on 2 wheels, going up and around, and is able to get in, just knocking over tables, cleaning up dust. Nothing can stand in his way.
Team Nepal just completing the triple star challenge of cleaning all the dust in the room without waking the human or moving the furniture. So congrats to them. And Team Iraq already achieving their second. Oh, they just got their triple star as well for cleaning without moving the furniture out of place while without waking the human. So
with about 5 seconds left in the match, and Cabo Verde secures their final objective, and Dominica, as time expires, secures 3 objectives for finishing cleaning that room. So we move on to the scoreboard and efficiency scores.
Just want to call out that Team Nepal's robot ended up on its side trying to get through the door, but again, trade-offs with different design decisions. Wide robots are more stable. You saw some of the other robots that were a little bit more wobbly and tipping. No problem with that for Team Nepal with their wide robot base, but then of course that trade-off is you can't necessarily get through a door. So next up we have Team Libya and their robot Sweeper. Team Djibouti and their robot Team Shark Cleaner Robo. Team Burkina Faso and their robot Cleaning Goat. And Team Jordan and their robot Razor.
All right, here we go in robotic action. Drivers controlling the robots around the room. Libya making quick work of the dust in the front of the room, getting themselves lined up at that bookshelf, extending up and quickly and efficiently cleaning the dust off of that bookshelf.
So Team Jordan and their robot Razor is actually doing a task we haven't seen anyone do yet, which is a secret task to get the sleeping human breakfast in bed. So they just really they use their vacuum suction to collect the cart, bring it over to the bed, and now they're attempting to shift the food tray onto the bed. So hopefully they can achieve the secret task successfully.
Losing a little bit of their food. What do you think they're serving for breakfast in RoboCo factories? It looked like almost like a flan and an omelet. I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure it's tasty. That person will enjoy it when they wake up from their nap.
Team Burkina Faso with their robot Cleaning Goat, they are currently attempting the secret task to clean the shoes with their really interesting, black and white articulating arm robot. So.
Looks like Djibouti has gotten hung up on the dresser. They've dragged that out of the square, so perhaps missing that particular objective. In the meantime, Libya almost tipping over, trying to get that dust aligned, but they get themselves repositioned to try to align the picture. They do move it, maybe to the other side. It's probably an aesthetic thing that they're going for, tilted to the right instead of the left.
Team Jordan with multiple different arms coming out and mechanisms, appendages coming out of the front of their robot. But, they just achieved the objective of cleaning the shoes and placing the socks. So, seems to be working out well for them as they continue going around the room dusting.
This is something I hadn't seen before yet. Libya has opened up the fire extinguisher and cleaned that section out as well. And now they're planted back on the start zone. Posing with the Team Libya flag at the very end, their name on the back of the robot as time expires.
Fascinating round from all these different types of robots, and Team Libya with that really high efficiency bonus for their well-built robot.
Yeah, 23,000 points is a very good score. Going to land them near the top of the leaderboard. Handful of rounds left to go. Moving on to our next round, we've got Team Italy and their robot Aspirapolvere 5. We've got Team Bahamas and their robot Roomba. Then Team Turkmenistan and their robot Aguzbat. And Team Lesotho and their robot Tabo 2.0.
So Team Turkmenistan with their Ugozbot is really interesting because it's a really low robot. So they were able to kind of just go right underneath the table and go for some of these lower objectives immediately.
Yeah, these robots have quickly and efficiently out. Team Bahamas, their Roomba robot is named after the well-known autonomous vacuum cleaner and his home nation, the Bahamas. They can barely reach the top of the dresser, just trying to get that dust, getting themselves repositioned, and getting sucked up by the vacuum on their go-go gadget arms.
Team Lesotho and their Tabo 2.0 robot, really interesting design mechanism here because they have like almost like a rotating arm that goes up and down as well as side to side. So really interesting design choice, being able to reach that arm in any kind of direction, high, low, left, right. Interesting design choice from Team Lesotho.
And Italy quickly with the Extenditron up there, getting the dust off the top of the bookshelf and scrubbing that floor clean. Quickly and officially running around this room trying to get all of these elements cleaned without moving the furniture and waking their humans.
Team Turkmenistan accomplishing a star for straightening the photo and currently cleaning the shoes as well as gathering the dust. They did knock over the vase, but it's not broken and it's still in its square. So, you know, A for effort.
We got about 30 seconds left in the match. It looks like Italy is trying to decide what to do here. Bahamas quickly scrambling around the room, trying to get the last bits of dust off the floor. Got about 5 seconds left in this match.
Ooh, Team Turkmenistan, buzzer beater, accomplishing the dust cleaning without moving the furniture or waking up the human right on the end of that match there.
A ton of points secured in the last 5 seconds for that team. With a decent efficiency score, bringing our grand total to about 22,000 points. Fantastic job to all teams in that round.
Next up, we have Team United Arab Emirates and their robot Mansour. Team Greece and their robot Zephyrus. And next up, Team People's Republic of China and their robot Semi-Auto Robot. And Team Honduras and their robot Team Honduras Dustmaster. So right out the gate, Team People's Republic of China did something unique to their robot this year, and they actually used Python coding to code some sensors, such as a distance sensor and other autonomous elements that are being implemented right now in the first 40 seconds of the match. They were the only team this year to implement this Python coding into their robot. So really interesting element that was brought on by the Team People's Republic of China.
That's the great thing about autonomy and the future of AI. Anything you can do, robots do better, right? That's what I always say. It's like the old song. So if you can program simple tasks for execution, and these dust particles and things are always placed around the same spot within the factory environment. So being able to secure those and quickly and efficiently use programming to capture those tasks, and it looked like China's really doing a great job. But meanwhile, we've got United Arab Emirates taking a little bit of a different approach. They have actually the most efficient robot, not to give away here, but we have the most efficient, effective robot with cost multiplier within the competition, and it is very simple design. Scrubber on an articulated arm.
Team Honduras has actually secured 2 stars already by straightening the photo as well as cleaning the shoes. So their robot here with the articulating arm, and it's pretty low base to be able to maneuver around.
Yeah, Greece having a pretty fantastic run of their own. They've got a beefy looking robot here with some fairly large wheels, but they are quickly and efficiently making work of these objectives. They've already secured 5 objectives, and they've got about 30 seconds left in this match as they're trying to clean up the break room. But just driving up the wall, almost tipping themselves over, able to recover and try to finish cleaning up, finish this task.
Team People's Republic of China using their vacuum in really interesting ways. They actually were able to suck up the socks and then drop them into the secret task objective. And now they're still using that distance sensor to be able to complete different tasks like straightening the photos. So really interesting use by the People's Republic of China.
Really interesting designs in that round. I think it's manifesting in a lot of cleared objectives by those teams. As we take a look at the cost bonus, large cost bonus as we mentioned from United Arab Emirates, and we'll see how that affects the final score. Yeah, like we expected, some pretty high scores there. Going to be near the tops of the leaderboard, almost 26,000 by the People's Republic of China. All right, moving on to our next round, we've got Team Germany and their robot Gudrun, Team Slovakia and their robot Bumblebee, Team Sri Lanka and their robot RoboVac. Rounding it out with Team Syria and their robot Mutkun.
Really interesting design choice on their robot for Team Syria and their robot Mutkun. They have 2 different height arms on the back of the robot, so you can actually see as it's driving around. It's kind of having some interesting balance. It's having to constantly balance itself as it's driving with the 4 wheels. So really interesting design choices. Clever to see how different countries and different teams tackled building their robots.
Yeah. Team Germany, very long, slender robot design. Knocking over some of the clothing off the clothing rack, but still able to quickly and efficiently clean the dust with that long dust scrubber off the back of their robot. Their robot Gudrun, they say it's robotic. That's what the team says about their robot. It's robotic.
Team Sri Lanka with this triple vacuum cleaner on the front of their robot. It's very efficient for cleaning, but has to have been pretty expensive. You can see like they have to be very careful as they're maneuvering around different pieces of furniture because it's kind of a wide and almost unwieldy appendage, but they're efficiently cleaning, so that's the task.
That's the task at hand, efficiently cleaning, efficiently securing the objectives for these teams. Team Slovakia and the robot Bumblebee Bumblebee comes from a world of robotic insects. He likes to help people with their chores and works like a bee from dusk till dawn. You can see him doing that now by picking up the socks and trying to deliver them to the hamper.
Team Sri Lanka calls their robot, RoboVac, the ultimate cleaning machine, and we're seeing that happen. They've already achieved 2 objectives with this triple vac mechanism that they've created. So really, really great work from Team Sri Lanka.
You see a lot of the driver precision coming out of some of these robots. Slovakia doing a fantastic maneuver, pushing those boxes out of the way and then spinning open through the door as they try to clean the break room. We have about 20 seconds left, so it should be enough time to get all of the dust particles cleaned up from this break room. And they're doing so delicately without knocking over most of these chairs, which is more than we can say for a lot of the teams so far.
Team Sri Lanka just achieved their triple cleaning task right before the buzzer. So great job from all the teams.
Yeah, an unbelievable amount of objectives scored as time expired. Germany posting 2, Sri Lanka had a few. Really just a ton of objectives scored in the last 5 seconds. And of course, those objectives delivering some high scores. 23,000 scored by Sri Lanka.
Next up, we have Team Bulgaria and their robot, Superhero. And we have Team Hope and their robot, RoboG. Team Colombia and their robot, Teddy. And Team Ethiopia and their robot, Yishi 2023.
Here we go in robotic action, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. These robots have to clean up the dust, the room, get these objectives secured for their teams and their countries. Bulgaria making some pretty quick work, as well as Team Hope, of that dust all around the room.
Interesting design element by Team Colombia. They have like an extra roller at the back that goes up and down. It allows for a balancing mechanism for the robot, but also allows for them to be able to pick up other elements. So really interesting design choice from Team Colombia.
The Team Hope is incredibly fast and efficient around this room. They've got a roller and a vacuum in the front of their robot. And what's pretty fun is that things are just flying around the room, getting out of their way. So yeah, maybe clean it up a little bit, maybe making a little bit of a mess at the same time. But as long as the objectives are completed as the game leaves them to be, that's what scores the points. That's how we win the game.
Team Ethiopia has a full 360 articulating vacuum on the top of their robot. Really interesting. They can just roam around the room and just suck up everything and wherever it is. So interesting design choice in Team Ethiopia.
It almost reminds me of the Seuss mobile. Cat in the Hat is the only thing missing as he goes around and cleans up all the mess from Thing 1 and Thing 2.
Exactly.
So Team Hope is actually our robot refugee group. It's the world's first mascot of hope for the refugee community. And RoboG inspires children to realize their potential and their capabilities, and is particularly inspiring to the refugee community around the world.
Team Ethiopia just got their triple star objective, cleaning the room without waking the sleeping human or moving the furniture. And so did Team Colombia. So here we are. Everyone's going after the main key objective of cleaning without disturbing the sleeping participant, which is what the goal is of these cleaning robots.
Yeah, Team Hope is really quickly and efficiently making its way around this room. It's got 1 second left as it secures the final objective. We had a whole number of objectives pop up as time expired, with each team securing a minimum of 3.
Yeah, Team Bulgaria, right at that buzzer, got their triple cleaning bonus as well. So great job to all of our teams.
Team Hope, providing hope indeed, with a score of over 27,000 points. Incredible performance by that robot and that team. Moving on to our final round, we've got Team Algeria, and definitely not a cleaning bot. Team Madagascar and their robot MZL261. Team Palestine and their robot Dustbot. And Team Seychelles and their robot Pocheetahbot.
So all 4 of these teams were top competitors in the first Global RoboCo Challenge last year. So super excited to see how they do this year.
Yeah, Team Algeria was the winner of the 2021 First Global RoboCo Challenge. And their robot was created by Morgana the Witch, which was the name of their robot last year. And their arm just fell off the robot. I don't know if that was on purpose, detachable or whatnot, but it sure as heck fell off after they delivered that breakfast.
Team Seychelles is flying around this break room with their very efficiently designed robots, kind of narrow and low to the ground, so it has a lot of maneuverability, and they have this arm on the front with a vacuum that is also able to articulate and move doors, so very good designing for Team Seychelles.
And Madagascar as well, with the sweeper on the front and the vacuum on the top, trying to get all of the dust off the ground with an efficient 4-wheel drive base. It looks like a couple elevator or extending components.
Team Palestine has a really interesting robot mechanism. They have an arm very low to the ground that is able to go forward and back, but then they have an arm on the pole going up and down that they're able to drive around and use that as a counterweight as they're turning and doing cleaning. So very, very well efficiently designed robot in that they're using the top arm as a counterweight, but also on it they have a cleaning mechanism. So very good design from Team Palestine.
Algeria moving up to 6 stars, super fast. This robot, incredibly efficient. They've already moved up to 7 objectives with 40 seconds left in this match.
Team Palestine just completed the objective to clean the shoes, and now they're going after the other objectives of getting the dust in the high spaces and arranging, fixing the different furniture. So good job to Team Palestine, and Team Seychelles just straightened up the photo. So
I believe Team Algeria is really trying to make a statement coming off that world champion victory. They want to make sure that they are seen as one of the top competitors here in the qualifiers. And they are quickly and efficiently making work of this break room. They've got about 7 seconds left to get the rest of this dust to complete all 8 objectives. And as time expires, they're able to do so. An incredible amount of objectives scored in the final closing seconds of that match. Team Algeria securing the 8 objectives, 8 complete objectives with a good efficiency bonus score, giving us a first score of over 30,000 points. Let's take us to the leaderboard, and indeed Algeria now in that first place, with Seychelles and Madagascar coming in 3rd and 7th. Fantastic round. Team Palestine sliding into 11th place, rounding out our leaderboard and finishing up our qualifying matches for the 2023 First Global RoboCo Challenge.
congratulations to all our teams, and a heartfelt thank you to all our competitors for participating in the 2023 First Global RoboCo Challenge, brought to you by FIRST Global and Filament Games.
Thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast of the 2023 First Global RoboCo Challenge. And congratulations to all of our participating teams. We'll see you in the playoffs, where teams will once again put their robotic skills to the test to become the ultimate RoboCo champion.